For the first time in 3 years, we enter the season finale with the world champion already crowned. And as it was back in 2017, it is Andrew Draco entering now as a two-time IndyCar world champion. Two trophies have yet to be decided, though. The Triple Crown and the Oval Cup. Sakura Shibashi leads the Triple Crown by 6 points. Andrew Draco leads the Oval Cup by 5. With all the bonuses attached to those two trophies, there is still plenty of racing left to do tonight. Auto Club Speedway has been the home of many memorable racing moments and has brought North American open wheel racing to Fontana, California every year since 1997 to end its season. The 2-mile superspeedway sits just outside of the greater Los Angeles area, the second largest metropolitan area in the United States, behind only that of New York. Capacity crowd 102,000, and you can bet every seat is filled, ready for what is about to be in store for everyone tonight. Yesterday saw pole number 36 go to Stephanie Porter-Kelly. With next year being her last season, how close can she get to the magical number of 44 set by Rita Lechty in her career? Natalia Kurachenko, her teammate, her protege, assisted in getting Striker Motorsports its 5th front row lockout of the season. On the other hand, Andrew Draco, with the World Championship in hand, starts in 13th. So a little bit of work for him to do today. 65 degrees. That's the air temperature right now. Very perfect conditions. The wind, a little high, just above 10 miles an hour coming from the north. So it's blowing across the start finish line and across the back straightaway. But we race Indianapolis in 23 mile an hour winds. This shouldn't be much of a problem at all. What are we expecting tonight? Well, it's the same thing we've expected for the last several years. This is going to be very close racing. Wheel to wheel, front wing to gearbox. Just close racing all the way around. There's less downforce than what there was in the past. So there is a lot of compromise. Which drivers have the best setup for this race? With the less downforce, with the less mechanical grip, it's going to be harder to hold the inside line. So there will be a lot of position shuffling in this race today, especially early on, as drivers try to feel their way around and try to preserve their tires to try to make that first stint last the longest. So it's not going to be easy, not by any means, especially when you look at how this grid is composed. Porter-Kelly, Kurachenko, that's the front row. Keisha Fox and Sakura Shibashi sit in row 2. David Wessel, out-qualifying his world champion teammate, sitting in row 3 alongside Carmen Jackson, with Kuni Kinoshita and Christian Espinoza sitting in row 4. So that top 8 alone, you've got Kimitsu Kinoshita, who's a 2-time Indianapolis 500 winner, also won 2018 here in Fontana. So she's won 3 500-mile races in the past 5 years. Christina Espinoza, one of the most successful champ car drivers in the modern era. Stephanie Porter-Kelly, 2009 Indianapolis 500 winner, 2017, 2016 world champion, 2009 world champion. Had to think about that for a second. Sakura Shibashi won the last 500-mile race at Pocono. Keisha Fox on a hot streak, one of the fiercest drivers on the grid. And that's just the top 8. There's still a lot of the drivers behind there, as you can see. But we're going to get ready to send it trackside because it looks like we're about to receive the famous command one last time for 2020.
Drivers, start your engines.
Right on cue. There we go. So, as we've seen in the other parts of the season so far, It is the black Firestone tires, the prime Firestone tires. These are the longer lasting Firestone tires. So, the strategy will be at a premium. That said, there'll be a lot of... most of the action will be on track today, for sure. So, running down the grid, just looking at the highlights. So, row 6 is Lacasse and Perth. Jace Clark and Tyler Parker sit in row 5. Talked about Draco and the inside of row 7 and 13th. Nicole Lecty and Ray Taylor in row 8. Isabel Espinoza down in row 9 in 18th position. Siri Lundqvist and Simona Leroux in row 10. You have Asher Crane in row 13, 27th and 25th. Diego Jaramillo, full-time for Captive Racing next year, starting in 27th. Anastasia Fonsonen, who finished 3rd at Pocono, starts 33rd in the field today. But that team is definitely going to be one of the strongest in the race. The pace car pulls off, with Marcelli going to pit lane as well for an issue, and we are green for the last time here in Fontana. Portichelli already out to a pretty astounding gap. Got a massive jump on the start there. Its teammates nose to tail. It's Portichelli and Kurachenko, and it's 3 wide behind already. Kurachenko going to try to lead lap 1 ahead of her teammate. It's not going to happen. Portichelli leads lap 1. Keisha Fox started 3rd, already shifted outside the top 5. Kinoshita looking on the bottom. Marcelli's back out, but he's a lap down. About to go 2 down. Marcelli is in a lot of trouble now. Nowhere for Marcelli to go. He just got to hold the middle. Marcelli in that yellow and black. Striker Motorsports, they cleared it. Marcelli has moved to the outside, so most of the drivers can get through now. You see Andrew Draco, the new world champion, sitting on the inside in that black and gold. Draco started 13th, is already up to 5th. Person he started alongside, Lucian Lachapelle, up to 6th. Kinoshita moving to dispatch David Wessel. So it's a Mercedes 1-2, but afterwards it's mostly Honda. Cameron Jackson, Brad Neri on the inside as well, coming up through the top 10. Keeping an eye on Draco as Kurachenko leads that lap. 3 wide for second. Portichelli up on the high line. Draco on the bottom, and Kinoshita sitting in the middle. One car already a lap down. That's Patrick Marcelli at the back of this pack in the yellow and black. Top 3 now, it is going to be Natalia Kurachenko, Andrew Draco, and Siri Lundqvist. Asher Crane already up to the top 5. Crane looking to take second away. She's got help from Ray Taylor. You see, it's 3 wide, multiple rows. Almost every row you can see is 3. It's 4 wide with Thomas Rogers mid-pack. That's Rogers and Christina Espinoza, Kenisa Kinoshita, all in that 4 wide row. You see how wide Fontana is, how wide the track is. Now it's 4 wide and 3 rows. Not a great look, and Draco's moving back. Four wide and 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Everyone's still trying to find their rhythm. You see how spread out it all gets on the front straightaway. Draco moving to the bottom, moving to the safe spot. We're watching him as he moves around. Keisha Fox bobbing and weaving. So is Sakura Ishibashi. That's in the top 5. Still 4 wide, multiple rows. Anastasia Von Sonnen started last, but already moving up, is actually already ahead of Andrew Draco. Von Sonnen, the yellow, with the yellow roll bar in the center. Von Sonnen moves to the outside. So it's still 4 wide and 4 rows. And Tyler Parker sitting dead center in the middle all over. So it's still Kurachenko leading, then it's Sakura Ishibashi, Cameron Jackson sitting in 3rd, Andrew Draco moving back up to 4th, passing Jace Clark now. And then behind that, just pick your favorite because they are wheel to wheel, side by side, multiple rows deep. Porter Kelly and Kenosha on the bottom. Christina Espinoza on the bottom as well. Draco shuffled to the outside. Jaramillo shuffled to the outside as well. It is Mercedes, Alpine, and Honda. 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Cameron Jackson trying to take 2nd away from Ishibashi. Keeping an eye on Andrew Draco as the world champion tries to navigate all of this mess. It's 5 wide. That's 5. Luckily, they backed out of it. For a brief second coming out of turn 2, it looked like it was about to be disaster. So Draco shuffled to the back. He's in good company. Gerard Perth, Ray Taylor, Anastasia Von Sonnen. All sitting back there right now. Asper Crane's another one. Mildred Moon. Keeping an eye on the backfield here. Five wide in the back. That is not what you want to see. Jaramillo's in it. Von Sonnen, Lachapelle, Crane, Walker. We're all in that 5 wide coming out of 4. A risky game to play. Only car not on pace right now is the 20 car of Akira Sada. 32 of the 33 cars in this field are in this pack. Marcelli's a lap down. Actually, 2 laps down. So he's racing to try to get himself in a position to get 1 lap back. Brad Neri's on the outside. And that yellow, black, and white. Kurachenko was dispatched, and now it's cycling through the lead. This time it looks like it's going to be Mildred Moon who will lead the lap. Jace Clark going to try to steal it from her. Does she do it? No. Mildred Moon leads it. The big question people will be asking is when is this going to change? Well, it's not for a little bit. Tires have to begin to wear first. As I mentioned, these are the prime tires. These are tires that are built to last longer, so we're getting more of this racing for longer. You can see how close they are, and there's contact, and there they go! Espinosa's spun around. LaRoe. That's Lecty. Clark. Both Black Rose cars are in it. Thomas Rogers. Diego Jaramillo was spun around in it. Kinoshita. Wessel. Seems like most are able to escape it. And there is more trouble. Drivers checked up. Gerard Perth was in that one. Isabel Espinosa. BK Glover was in it. It looks like he was tagged. Everyone checking up, trying to get out of the way here. Everyone else got through safely. So we'll take a look at that. Let's go back here. So we'll look here. We'll have to go to a good angle here. We've got to go airborne. This is where it starts. It starts with Lecty and Lacasse. And they just pinch. See, Clark's in it. Kurachenko gets a big part of it. Huge impact for Jace Clark. Huge impact for Jace Clark. So he gets tagged. There he goes past Lecty. Hard hit. See if we can ride on board with him. Hard impact. Right on board with Lacasse here. Coming out of turn 2. Lacasse gets through relatively easy. See what happens here with Cristina Espinosa. On board with Jaramillo. His teammate. Pino's just sitting right in front of him. Kenosha didn't have anywhere to go, but Jaramillo ended up. There's some contact there between Jaramillo and Kenosha. Not really anywhere for Jaramillo to go. We're right on board with Isabel Espinosa because they check up here for the caution. Oh, she gets turned. Who was beside her? Was it Parker beside her? Yeah, it was Parker. And now we're back to live timing here. Marcelli leading the restart here. But it is Ronald Walker leading the race. Ronald Walker, Brad Neri, Andrew Draco's up to third. Kelly Zappa fourth. Anastasius von Sonnen started last, mind you, up to fifth. Siri Lundquist sixth. Asher Crane seventh. Cameron Jackson eighth. Ninth is Ray Taylor. 10th is Sakura Ishibashi. 11th, Keisha Fox. 12th, Steffi Porter Kelly. 13th, Hazel Lacasse. Esther Hobson. 14th. 15th, Tyler Parker. 16th, Rachel Cuevanami. 17th, BK Glover. 18th, Christina Espinoza. 19th, Cody Blackman. 20th, Mildred Moon. 21st, Diego Jaramillo. 22nd, Simona Leroux. Natalia Kurachenko. 23rd. 24th is Lucian Lachapelle. Isabel Espinoza, David Wessel, Akira Sato, Thomas Rogers, Nicole Leckie. Round out those on the lead lap. On merit, Marcelli back on the lead lap, technically, by leading the restart. Gerard Perth, Kenosha, and Jace Clark are the three drivers out of this race due to that accident. Pace car is in, and we are back to green here in Fontana. So this will be interesting. Now we get to see how many are still at full strength. See, Lacasse is one of them. Keisha Fox is one of them. She was tagged in that last accident. You see everyone else kind of lingering now. The group has shrunk significantly. And there's someone with an engine expiration. That is Siri Lundquist. And there's check up there. That is Espinoza out. Simona Leroux out. David Wessel. Everyone checked up because Lundquist had an engine expiration. Caution number 2 for Siri Lundquist. And Leckie with a big hit on that one. So we're back under caution here at Fontana. Siri Lundquist losing an engine, and it caused a chain reaction crash with Christina Espinosa, Simona Leroux, Nicole Leckie, and David Wessel. You see, Christina Espinosa's out, so is Simona Leroux, and so is Kaylee Zappa. Kaylee Zappa for a different issue. Siri Lundquist will be out as well. So now the question is how does everyone come out of pit lane? Lacasse will come out as the race leader. So it's Lacasse, Neri, Ishibashi, Keisha Fox. Lights are on the safety car. We're already down to 24 cars. This one is going to be a brutal one. Hazel Lacasse leads, Brad Neri, Sakura Shibashi, Keisha Fox. Those taken out in the last accident: David Wessel, Nicole Leckie, Christina Espinosa, Siri Lundquist, and Simona Leroux. Kelly Zappa in the 17. I exited with an ignition failure, but that was not due to the accident. So 24 out of 33 left. It is a race of attrition. That's what this has been determined as now. Pace car is in. And we are back to green for the third time here in Fontana. Now we're going to see how long it lasts before we get another caution here. Lacasse will lead. Keisha Fox is going to make a charge to try to take it away, though. Keisha Fox makes it look pretty easy getting past Lacasse. So Lacasse now down to second. Keisha Fox in the blue, orange, and white, trying to hold on to the race lead. Lacasse wants it back. So they'll go side by side across the line this time to finish lap 30. It will be Keisha Fox that leads the lap. Right now, as it stands, Porter-Kelly would be taking the Oval Cup, and Sakura Shibashi would be taking away the Triple Crown. Those are the two awards left for grabs today. And right now, it looks pretty secure. It looks a little bit more calm now that we've lost almost a third of the grid. Keisha Fox will lead this lap, but it'll be Porter-Kelly taking the lead away going into turn 1. Von Sonnen still hanging in. Cameron Jackson. Farmer Walker. Brad Neri. See Asher Crane just behind Tyler Parker. Right now it is Stephanie Porter-Kelly leading. Lacasse already got it back up to second. Porter-Kelly going to try to do what Kurichenko did early on, and that is lead as many laps as possible. We'll see how she does. See Hobson coming out of pit lane. There's Draco. World champion, kind of just cruising. Just in case something happens. Obviously, I think he's in right now one of the safest spots. Out of harm's way. But this is the lead pack. Porticelli, Lacasse, Walker, Ishibashi, Fox, Neri, Bonsonen, and Cameron Jackson, and Tyler Parker as well at the very tail end. We're going to get past the wounded car of Esther Hofson with pretty short order. But it'll be Sakura Ishibashi using it to take the lead away. New race leader Sakura Ishibashi. Porticelli tries to take the lead back. She will do so. And it looks like she will stay ahead of Ishibashi going into turn one. Almost clear. With it being such a smaller pack size now compared to what it was at the beginning, it's harder to pass. Ishibashi, over a lap later, finally gets it back. It's going to be Ishibashi, then Keisha Fox second, with Fox looking immediately to try to take the lead away. Astrid Crane, sitting 10th, not in the picture, kind of sitting on her own. It is Keisha Fox just edging out Hazel Lacasse. Lacasse getting help from fellow Kiwi Ronald Walker, so it's a New Zealander 1-2. Porticelli taking third away. And Porticelli slicing to the bottom, trying to take second away from Walker. Is she going to lead this lap? Close, but no, it'll be Lacasse. Now Porticelli will take it away. This is where lap traffic will start being an issue for the longer term. They're on to get by Akira Sato and Thomas Rogers here. The makeup of this group is really interesting. Obviously, you've got the veteran and Porticelli really leading this group. You got Sakura Ishibashi trying to win her second 500-mile race. Brad Neri, whose future sits up in the air. Ronald Walker trying to end 2020 on a way better note than the way it's been so far. You have Cameron Jackson, who's had a fantastic season so far this year. His best since he's been in Champ Car. You have Keisha Fox and Hazel Lacasse. Two amazingly bright and shining talents that'll be here for years to come. You have Anastasia von Sonnen for Kearney Fushida. We know the team will be around in some capacity in 2021. We're just not sure what capacity. And Tyler Parker, who is a free agent as of right now. Where does he go? So a mixture of people that know exactly where they're going to be next year, and people trying to prove themselves, hoping to find somewhere to be next year. And they're all sitting in this top 8. Andrew Draco's made it to the top 10, sitting 11 seconds back. That is a third of a lap. Lacasse will lead this lap. And Ishibashi took that one. See Tyler Parker starting to lose the group here. Porter Kelly trying to get past Ronald Walker here. They're coming up on Diego Jaramillo, who was involved in that first accident. Ishibashi on the outside in the red and white. Porter Kelly on the inside in the orange, blue, and white. Couple cars like that in this field. Porter Kelly with FedEx sponsorship. Keisha Fox right behind her with Moxie sponsorship. And you have Hazel Lacasse in the pink and white Samsung car being followed by Anastasia von Sonnen. Lacasse leads yet another lap here. Porter Kelly leads this one. It is a very small group battling for the lead here, but they're going to keep battling. We're down to 24. 19 still on the lead lap. Mildred Moon, Isabel Espinosa, and Rachel Cuevanemi next on the list to get lapped, but they're still half a lap ahead. Right now it's largely just figuring it out. You'd imagine they're going to try to stay on a relatively similar strategy so they don't lose each other. As we've seen, it doesn't take much to lose the draft, and when you lose the draft, it's all over. Tyler Parker's officially lost the draft completely, and he's already 9 seconds back. So it's a bit rough. It's the Cass, Fox up front. Then it's Neri, Walker. You have Ishibashi, Von Sonnen, Porter Kelly, and Cameron Jackson. Patrick Marcelli is the first driver 1 lap down because he doesn't have any damage. He suffered an electrical issue. They had to come in, get it fixed, but now he's kind of permanently a lap down unless a caution comes out while he's leading, while he's alone. And the Cass with an engine failure. Another engine goes, and that's another Alpine. That's the Cass out of this one. Good avoidance by everyone to let Lacasse get to the apron. But her hopes of winning a 500-mile race in 2020 have been dashed. They're coming up on Rogers and Akira Sato again. Trying to make quick work of the duo. And they will do so. Sakura Shibashi stuck behind Akira Sato there. That might spell doom for Ishibashi. I don't think she's too far back yet, but that's a very wide margin. Let's see if she's able to get back. She's a decent gap away from Von Sonnen, but it's not a terrible gap. And she is one of the fastest cars in the field. Porter Kelly's been just picking off cars one by one, moving her way to the front. Keisha Fox has been using the time to gather laps led. Now Porter Kelly's going to make a go for it, coming out of turn 2, it looks like. There we go. Ishibashi still within sight line of Von Sonnen and Jackson, so she might still be in this. Very close to losing the draft, though. Porter Kelly takes the lead and will cross the line to end lap 60. Keisha Fox and Porter Kelly still battling it out side by side. Very quiet near the front here. this group of 7 is about to lap. They're halfway to lapping Tyler Parker, Andrew Draco, and Asher Crane, and that's in the top 10. So that is a dangerously fast pack. Ishibashi did manage to stay in with them, so now she's on the bottom lane, second car on the bottom. Ronald Walker wants to lead a lap here. Should be pretty easy for him. And he'll do so here. Porter Kelly moves to the bottom, makes it 3 wide with Ishibashi and Fox. This is the group they're coming up on. This is a pretty big group. You see Mildred Moon, Isabella Espinoza, Cody Blackman, Esther Hofson, Rachel Koivanami. These 5 have really held off getting lapped by the leaders, but you see the gap, it's closing. So this is the next group. You see the leaders right behind. Soon they're going to have the draft, and it's going to be a pretty easy closing of the gap here. So this is the group battling for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Tyler Parker, BK Glover, Ray Taylor, Natalia Kurachenko, Asher Crane, Andrew Draco. All battling for top 10 positions here. Here comes the leaders. Hofson moves to the high lines, trying to stay out of the way. This is gonna be a mess. See how long this group stays together. Because the longer this group stays together, the better they'll be getting up to the other group, which has Draco and Crane and Glover in it. Looking at Von Sonnen right now. You see there is a pace difference between the two. Yeah, second group. The second group's not completely lost them yet. And this group continues to travel at a pretty high rate of speed. These race leaders are the fastest group on track. So the group of Windy cars, Blackman and Koivanami, Moon, they haven't completely lost them yet. That'll help them. Armia about to get lapped again. Residual damage from that first accident before lap 20. There they are coming up on Jaramillo now. Ishibashi crowding Porter Kelly behind Jaramillo. That'll pull Von Sonnen through. Marcelli, Neri. Well, the group of 7 moves on. Well, the group of 8 moves on, including Morcelli. It's not quite as bizarre as Kentucky. With Kentucky, we only had 2 drivers on the lead lap. At least right now we have 7. Coming up on Akira Sato and Thomas Rogers again. There's a bit of separation between them, though. And they're going to split Thomas Rogers here. Ishibashi leading. This is the group battling for 10th. Rico sitting 8th, Crane 9th, 10th. 3-wide fight. Pick your battles. It's Ray Taylor, Tyler Parker, Natai Kurachenko, and BK Glover battling for 10th. This is the only other group on track at the moment that's not the leaders. Crane coming in. So Crane's the first one to pit. Are there any takers from the lead pack? There are not. Is anyone else coming in this time? There is not. So Crane might have had an unscheduled pit stop there. See Crane coming back out now. 2 laps down on the leaders. Porticali, Keisha Fox once again side by side. Sakura Shibashi trying to take the lead away. She's picked off Fox. She's going to try to pick off Porticali as well. Mercedes power behind Porticali. Alpine power behind Ishibashi and Keisha Fox. Obviously Honda power behind Neri, Von Sonnen, and Jackson. There's trouble. Trouble in turn 4. Someone tried to come into pit. That's Keisha Fox. And that is a caution. The caution is out. Pit stops were beginning in earnest. Keisha Fox with more issues. She's still rolling, but she definitely has more issues. That is severe damage to the 62 car. I'll have to look back. It looks like... I'm not sure if Keisha Fox was the one that was trying to pit initially, but she was the one that got the worst end of the deal. No, it wasn't. It was Ronald Walker that tried to pit. And there's trouble exiting pit lane. Hofson, Marcelli, and LaChapelle. Not sure what happened there. What was Marcelli doing that far down? Oh, he got spun out by Porticelli. And Cody Blackman just drove into both LaChapelle and Marcelli. So now we're racking up and we'll try again here. That's bizarre. So we'll rack it up and we'll try again. It's Sakura Shibashi leading Stephanie Porticelli and Anastasius von Sonnen. Asher Crane, who's in the center of your screen in the orange and white, is going to be leading the field to green. Keisha Fox is out of this one, so that leaves 22 cars left running in this race. The lights are out on the safety car. It'll be Asher Crane leading the field to green. Then it's Mildred Moon, and then Ray Taylor in line. Then it's Taya Kurachenko, and then the race leader, Sakura Shibashi, and the red and white Samsung car. That's not Samsung, a Vodafone car this weekend. And then Porter Kelly and the orange, blue, and white FedEx car. Camaro safety car comes in. It's going to be Crane leading the line. And here we go. You see Porter Kelly and Ishibashi made very quick work getting to the front here. 9 cars left on the lead lap. It helped Draco out a lot. See Asher Crane trying to hang in there. But very interesting how Ishibashi and Porter Kelly have really pulled away, trying to leave everyone behind, but we know that a tandem's not going to work here. You're going to need a pack. Brad Nary's going to try to peel away at Asher Crane here, moving to the bottom. Andrew Draco's now back in the top 5. However, both the trophies still on offer, the Triple Crown and the Oval Cup. It's a win. It's a must-win situation for both. Andrew Draco going to try to go for the lead. He spent so much time just kind of lingering, kind of middling for 9th. Andrew Draco did not get the lead a lap there. It'll be Ishibashi, Porticelli, then Draco. Top 3 in the championship standings, sitting 1, 2, 3 right now. Brad Neri 4th, Cameron Jackson 5th. Yeah, the main 3 of this season's championship, they're just cycling the lead back and forth. Brad Neri, Anastasius von Cernan, Cameron Jackson, they're not really close enough to challenge for the lead yet. So it's just really just been Porticelli, Ishibashi, and Draco. We're on lap 94 of 250. Von Cernan sitting 4th, now Neri down to 6th. The lead battles drop down to 6th. And it's interesting seeing how behaved these 6 are. Neri, a very aggressive driver. Von Cernan in his 3rd ever race. Cameron Jackson, you'd expect to really go for it. Really, the aggressiveness has come from the veterans. Shows how much confidence goes a long way as Draco goes really wide. But keeps it really safe. You see the leaders getting past Akira Sato and Thomas Rogers once again. Fontana getting passed by Ishibashi and Draco. Now they actually starting to pick up a little bit. Tyler Parker and Ronald Walker sitting in a separate group. They're 6 seconds back. And then BK Glover suffering from mechanical damage, sitting now half a lap down. Coming up on the lap car of Lucian Lachapelle now. Drake is going to take the lead from it. You're rapidly approaching halfway. Draco lost a lot of time getting around Cody Blackman there. Didn't lose the draft, it doesn't look like, but definitely got shuffled all the way back real quick. Laps are starting to really clock away. We're approaching halfway in about 15 laps. Just say about 17 laps actually. Coming up on the lap cars, Marcelli and Diego Jaramillo and Esther Hofson as well. Little pack of 4. Draco going in the extremely high line. But all the leaders get through. I believe pit stops will be happening in about 10 laps, is what the current trajectory says. Side by side once again, it's Ishibashi and Porter-Kelly. Championship contenders are seriously letting it all hang out right now. Catching up to the duo of Sato and Rogers again. Everyone working to get past the lap cars. A bit shaky there. Ishibashi the worst one out, it looks like. Almost lost the draft. Just gonna see if she holds on to it or not. Ishibashi center of your screen. She does hold on to the draft though, so she is safe. So it's Draco leading over Carmen Jackson and Stephanie Porter-Kelly, with Anastasius Fontana and Brad Neri. And Carmen Jackson sitting in the top 6 as well. It is these 6 that have been battling since the restart for the race lead. Draco with a pretty sizable gap over the other 5 in this lead group. There's a cloud of grass, or grass dust. Someone must have entered pit lane in a hurry. No idea who yet, though. And it was Isabel Espinosa. So Isabel Espinosa's out of this race. So both Escuria Guia cars are out. Both Black Rose Racing cars are out. Both Cherokee GP cars are out. So now we're down to 21. Four wide, that's for second. It's Ishibashi leading now, four wide as they all got past BK Glover and Tyler Parker. Not Tyler Parker, that is Rachel Koivanemi. Tyler Parker still in lead lap, he's sitting at 8th. We are 5 laps away from the halfway point. What an interesting saga it has been already. Pretty certain that Ishibashi's trying to take the honors for most laps led. He led most of the laps of this first half. You'd be surprised how calm this has to be for the drivers, considering how when it started they were 4 wide in multiple rows. So this has to be quite a calming endeavor. This is really mentally draining, being in the cockpit for multiple hours. See Ishibashi getting past Lucian Latchbell finally. Trying to hang on to the tail of Brad Neary and Anastasius von Sonen. Knight and Natalia Kurchenko could help. watching as Ishibashi tries to navigate around Kurachenko. She stays in the draft, which is good. Keeps her in contention. That was hairy. Once again for her. Ronald Walker is out with an engine failure. Leaves it down to just 7 on the lead lap. We're in a moment here where everyone's kind of sitting line astern. Well, they were. We're officially down to 20 cars running. Just past the halfway point. The pit stops are about to begin here. Several leaders came in. Von Sonnen, Portelli, Jackson all came in. Ishibashi, Draco, Neri stayed out. There comes leaders. Not Ishibashi. Ishibashi stays out for one more lap. This will be interesting seeing where she cycles out. Here comes Ishibashi now in pit lane. Just gonna see where these three come out, because these three were the closest together of the bunch. They could easily break away here. There's Brad Neri. Brad Neri came out level with him. There's 4. Draco's just ahead of this group. Cameron Jackson trying to get past his teammate to stay with this group. And the two that stayed out the longest are 1-2. Guess the big question now is, can these two break away from the other 4? They're certainly going to give it a shot. So the top 2 have gotten past Rachel Koivanemi. And soon she'll drop back to the other 4. Koivanemi, another one going to the Nissan Atlantic Championship next year, working with Highlight Racing as a driver development coach. Her and BK Glover both next year will be in Atlantics. Glover helping Team Impulse with their team. Koivanemi with Highlight. The gap is slowly shrinking. Well, it was. Now it's grown. It's grown by 2/10 as everyone else tries to get past Quiv and Amy. Draco almost in an accident with Cody Blackman right there, trying to move to the bottom. Very late move by Blackman. But the leaders get by. See what the gap looks like this time. It looks like it has closed up a little bit. Oh yeah, the gap's definitely closing. Leaders battling for position here. Ishibashi to the inside, going to turn 3. Draco's going to have to let it happen. Porter Kelly's almost in the draft already. Porter Kelly's taking the lead with relative ease. And now here comes the other bigger group. Looks like the lead 3 now are going to outrun Brad Neary and Anastasius Fonsonen. Is what it looks like right now. And the caution is out. Yellow flag is in the air. And that saves Tyler Parker, who was on the verge of going a lap down. Now he's completely safe. And it saves the bacon of Brad Neary, Anastasius Fonsonen, and Cameron Jackson. I have to see if we can figure out why that is. Why did the caution come out this time? Wait to see when the caution lights come on. and why they're out. Not sure why the caution lights came on. So there must be some debris that they're finding that they need to clear up. So all of the lap cars stayed out, obviously, because the pits are not open to them yet. But for the 6 cars only lap, that was a miracle. For the 7 cars only lap, excuse me. Oh, looks like there's almost contact between Neri and Fontana. Not sure what that was about. And Tyler Parker also coming out of pit lane now. Lights are on the pace car, which means we're about to go back to racing. You watch the pit cycle go through. It was Porticelli leading out Andrew Draco, Sakura Shibashi, Anastasius Fonson, and Brad Neri, and then Carmen Jackson with Tyler Parker sitting in 7th. Great part about all of this now is that all the lead lap cars are together in the front of the line. First time all day we've had that happen. So that should give the likes of Tyler Parker and Cameron Jackson the ability to stay in line a little better, stay a part of the group. Now we are back to green here in Fontana with less than 100 laps to go. Interesting to see how many of the leaders stay together here. Who's going to lead this lap? It looks like it might be Porticelli. It is. Porticelli leads that lap by a smidge. Parker looks like still lingering, suffering from the effects of one of the earlier crashes. At this point, just hanging on, trying to stay in the top 10 here. We're down to 19 cars on the lead lap. Well, 19 cars running, 7 on the lead lap, 19 total. So the original 6 back at it. With Tyler Parker sitting off the pace, but guaranteed 7th right now. Porticelli takes the lead over Sakura Shibashi and Andrew Draco, the championship contenders from before Indianapolis. Have been dominating the top 3 all race long. Ishibashi leads that lap by just a hair. See how we get through here. Stephanie Porticelli going to try to take the lead back through turns 3. Not close enough. Andrew Draco really high once again. Really flirting with the edge of that rubber seam where everyone's left. You know, they've left a trail. Anything beyond what Draco and Ishibashi are running right now, there's not a lot of grip. It's mostly dirt and marbles. It's really hard to run. But Draco's playing with that line, and so is Ishibashi that time around. Ishibashi right on the gearbox of Porticelli coming out of turn 4, but it's going to be Porticelli firmly leading that lap. I have to wonder what the play is for the likes of Brad Neri, Von Sonnen, and Jackson. They've not been able to really put a candle to these top 3. They've been able to hold on to them, but they haven't been able to really get up there and stay with them and challenge them to try to take the lead away. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. Obviously, with the likes of Draco, Porticelli, and Ishibashi, they've got upgraded cars. Neri doesn't. Von Sonnen doesn't. But Cameron Jackson does. And that's a bit peculiar, seeing how he's been consistently sitting in the 6th position of this group. So the makeup of this lead group here is an interesting one. Cameron Jackson dropped it back a little bit. This is the larger group here. This is where Tyler Parker's located at. So this group of cars that are not on the lead lap, as well as Tyler Parker, who is the last car on the lead lap, losing time at a lot slower rate now that they've been able to get together. You see the likes of Marcelli, Glover, Moon, Ray Taylor, Rachel Koivu-Naming, Natalia Kurachenko's in this group as well. This group's really, it's losing pace, but at a vastly marginal rate compared to what it was prior to that last caution. So that helps out a bit, but also means that it's going to be chaos when the leaders do eventually get to them, which they should be able to get to them before the end of the race. Right now, the leaders are coming up on Akira Sato and Thomas Rogers once again. Really close between Draco and Rogers. Cameron Jackson trying to stay desperately on the draft train here. Porticelli dropped down to 5th, but she'll be able to get past Von Sonnen and Neri. There she goes past Neri now. Von Sonnen's trying to be a little bit racy here, trying to get past Draco. It's going to be 3 wide for 2nd. Draco, Von Sonnen, and Porticelli in that order across the line for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Draco being shuffled to the outside. There's a little bit of raciness between Von Cernan and Neri. Kelly gets the inside of Ishibashi and will take the lead here going through turn 2. .76, 77 laps to go, excuse me. And this top stick still staying together. Cameron Jackson's held on to the draft. You see him last in line here. It's still largely been Ishibashi, Porticelli, and Draco recently. With Neri and Von Cernan really just staying put and waiting, knowing they've got a top 5 essentially secure. Leaders coming up on a group of 3. Draco going to try to take the lead here, moving Porticelli to the high line. Porticelli leads that lap. Taramillo, Hofson, and Cody Blackman. Porticelli's going to trap Draco up high. Going to try to take the lead back, and there's Von Cernan making it 3 wide. With help from Ishibashi, Von Cernan's going to try to take the lead here, and will do so. Von Cernan on point, then it's Ishibashi, Porticelli, Draco, Jackson, and Neri. And Andrew Draco's still stuck behind the lap cars. Now they move single file. But that helped Cameron Jackson out a lot because now he's sitting in second. Draco's back through. Porticelli's right on the tail of Neri. That was an interesting exchange. Shows that if the timing is right, anyone in the top 6 really could go and take the win of this race. The larger group here of mostly lap down cars are just now half a lap down. Once again, it's back to the traditional top three. But now Von Sonnen and Neri are keeping a closer eye. We might be about to see something go down here. Von Sonnen's actually taking a look here. It's a bit more fire behind the Austrian. You know, there's at least one more round of pit stops left. See 19 cars left running. Porticelli taking the lead from Draco here. Draco getting past Ishibashi. Neri and Von Sonnen have been battling for fourth. They've been swapping fourth and fifth around routinely. Von Sonnen's about to do it again. So another great performance from Von Sonnen. And a stellar performance from Brad Neri. Both of which have a little bit of their futures up in the air. Brad Neri, we don't know where he's going to go. He's supposed to be in Swift Autosport's Atlantic's team next year, having been demoted in favor of Matthias Michelin. But team's recent financial reports have omitted Neri completely from their list, meaning there might be more that meets the eye there as everyone tries to get past Thomas Rogers and Akira Sato again. And everyone scatters. That was almost bad, but all six made it through. believe we're about 15, 20 laps away from pit stops here. Getting closer and closer to lapping Tyler Parker here. Making it where it's only going to be these 6 on the lead lap. They are approaching Cody Blackman now. Jayco trying to take the lead here from Ishibashi. They've been passing the lead back and forth, as you've noticed, a lot. Bonsonen's got a decent gap between himself and Neri. And Cameron Jackson trying to battle to get into the top 5 before pit stops. You can see just down the front straightaway in that last frame. Who blinks first? That's the big question. I would assume the leaders would want the pit and avoid the traffic that they're about to get into. Because there's Esterhofsen right there that they're coming up on, and then after that it's just going to be that large pack. I would imagine you'd want to try to avoid it. Especially coming down to the last 50 laps. It could really alter how the race finish goes if they decide to wait it out. Von Sonnen moves to third thanks to Esterhofsen. Getting past Jaramillo here once again. Kelly tried to make a late move. Tried to move to the bottom and it didn't happen. Draco put his nose there. But they seem intent on just riding it out and letting it happen. So they're going to catch up to this group. Someone's going to end up getting trapped behind it. Alright, here it goes. I don't know everyone watching at home right now, but I am pretty nervous about this one. And they're all just holding the high line. Here we go. And pit stops are beginning. Okay. Interesting story. Draco's pinned on the outside. So he's got to deal with Sato and Rogers the hard way here. Kelly almost wrecked Sato. Trying to get by. That was almost disastrous, and Draco's still boxed in. Not what Draco needed coming into the pit stop cycle. He's just now gonna peak clear. He may just stay in the draft, but that is a lot of time. Kelly's got the fastest lap. Draco's not even in the top 10 in the fastest lap category. Luckily, Neri was just as fumbling around. And now they go in the pit lane. Most of the leaders came in. Who did not come in? Looks like all the leaders came in. Alright. Moment of truth. There's Ishibashi. She's the first to her pit box. She was leading entering pit lane. Where does she fill out? Where does everyone else fill out afterwards? And there's Kelly with the first pit stall. It scrambled everybody up. Von Sonnen pit a lap before. Everyone's going to come out. Jackson with one of the faster pit stops. So here we go. And there's Von Sonnen with Tyler Parker. So they're going to come out almost dead even. And in the middle of the traffic. Not what you like to see. Sakura Shibashi with an amazing pit stop. Now the job is catch up to Sakura Shibashi. Draco's leading the group, so they might have the chance too. But Ishibashi looks really stout right now. Alright. 41 laps to go. Draco's chasing down Ishibashi. Ishibashi's only in contention for the Triple Crown. The Oval Cup is between Porter Kelly and Andrew Draco. Natalia Kurichenko is multiple laps down. She's not a factor anymore. And all three of them are in frame. Von Sonnen, Neri, and Cameron Jackson also in front of the queue now. Tyler Parker now 1 lap down, but he's the only car 1 lap down. So he's guaranteed 7th as it stands with 40 laps to go. Now it's showtime. Porter Kelly used the outside lane to move to 2nd. But Ishibashi definitely had the advantage as far as clean air goes. Now she's going to not struggle too often much against Porter Kelly. She knows they've got the run, they've had the draft. So she's going to slot in right behind Andrew Draco and just drop the 3rd here. And then Von Sonnen is going to try to take a run. Going to try to look going 3 wide. Draco looking to take 2nd away from Ishibashi here. It's Von Sonnen, then Jackson, then Neri. Jackson looking to have a little bit more pace now. I guess the big question now is, should we start getting the photo finish cameras ready? Hirasato. Holding up Porticelli and Ishibashi. Tyler Parker got back up there. Interesting move for Tyler Parker. Seat broke free from the lap cars. Ishibashi's going to hang on to the draft. There you go, the original six. Back together, Tyler Parker a bit separated now. It's all about the young guard and the new guard right now. 35-year-old Andrew Draco, 33-year-old Stephanie Porticelli. Leading the way. Then you have the young guns of Von Sonnen and Neri and Ishibashi. You have the veteran and Cameron Jackson as well to round out this group. Porticelli with a massive gap leading this lap. 29 laps to go. everybody at Blackman here. Should be relatively simple for them to get by. Very close call once again. But fairly straightforward. Sakura Shibashi's got a little bit of work to do now as we approach 20 laps to go. We are getting past Akira Sato. "21 laps left in the 2020 Champ Car World Series season. Grouping your frame right now, that is the battle for the lead and the podium. 6 drivers almost guaranteed the top 6 finish. Counting down the laps. It is Ishibashi leading the group. Andrew Draco hot on her tail. Von Sonnen up to third. Neri sitting in fourth for the moment. Porter Kelly and Cameron Jackson fifth and sixth. Draco leads, but it's a pretty fine gap. You see Cameron Jackson might have lost the draft here. So it might be down to 5. Kelly, Ishibashi chasing down Draco. Manson and Neri. Stay within earshot. Cameron Jackson might not be out of it. He's still hanging on. We'll see if the gap shrinks. It does. Jackson's still in it. Draco's dropped down to 3rd, but there's Von Sonnen and Neri, so he's still not clear yet. The only driver in the top 6 that has not yet won a race is the only driver that's not run a full season. Kelly won Homestead. Ishibashi won Pocono and won St. Pete. Draco won Lausitz in the Indy Grand Prix. And Neri won New Hampshire. Coming up on Esther Hofson, but it should be easily managed by these 6. They go to the bottom. Laps are beginning to rapidly count down. Cameron Jackson looks like he might firmly be out of the draft this time. Coming to 11 laps to go. Ten laps to go, and it's almost down to 4, but Porter Kelly's still in the draft here. It's going to be a lot more difficult. Porter Kelly needs to finish ahead of Draco in order to take the Oval Cup. Ishibashi, if she finishes top 3, she wins the Triple Crown. Ishibashi cut off the nose of Porter Kelly to get by Draco. Took advantage of that run to make it happen. Cameron Jackson sitting and losing time massively now. Coming across Cody Blackman and Diego Jaramillo. Split the difference. There's Andrew Draco going by. Brad Neri moving up to second. Almost a dead heat draw between Draco and Porter Kelly. Ishibashi just needs to hold station just a little bit more. And then she'll get the $1 million for winning the Triple Crown on points. There's a $3 million bonus if you win all 3 legs of the Triple Crown. So with Devereaux winning Indianapolis, the best Ishibashi could do is win 2 of the 3. See, they're all going to split Thomas Rogers here. Thomas Rogers is going to move high. That helps Bonsonen out quite a bit. Coming to 4 laps to go in the 2020 season. Three to go. It's Porter Kelly leading. Ishibashi, then Neri and Draco side by side. Neri von Sonnen starting to race. Draco's going to be able to out-drag Neri there. Von Sonnen's going to try to take 4th away now. 2 to go this time. Draco's going to have one serious run on the final lap. But is it going to be enough? Does he make his move too soon? He's already on the inside of Porter Kelly. Moving on Ishibashi, going to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by PNC. Ishibashi led that lap. Can she lead the last one? It's side by side, Draco and Draco and Porter Kelly. Can Draco go back to back? Ishibashi stays clear. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time. It's going to be a drag race for second, but no one can touch Sakura Ishibashi. She wins at Fontana. Two legs of the Triple Crown now belong to Sakura Ishibashi. Andrew Draco takes second from Stephanie Porter Kelly to win the Oval Cup. Von Sonnen 4th, Brad Neri 5th. Cameron Jackson will finish 6th. Tyler Parker finishes 7th. BK Glover 8th. 9th is Ray Taylor. 10th is Mildred Moon. 11th is Astrid Crane, 12th Natalia Kurachenko, 13th Patrick Marcelli, 14th Diego Jaramillo, 15th Esther Hoffson, 16th. Cody Blackman, 17th. Thomas Rogers, 18th. Akira Sato. And then you see the DNF starting with Rachel Clavanamy with suspension problems. She was involved in one of the earlier accidents of the race. She finished 19th. 20th is Lucien Lachapelle. 21st is Ronald Walker. 22nd is Isabel Espinoza. 23rd, Keisha Fox. 24th, Hazel Lacasse. 25th, David Wessel. 26th, Nicole Leckie. 27th, Christina Espinoza. 28th, Siri Lundquist. 29th, Kaylee Zappa for her last race as a Cat Dev racing driver. 30th is Simona Leroux. 31st is Gerard Perth. 32nd, Kimitsu Kinoshita. She won this race 2 years ago, but taken out in the first crash on lap 19. And last is Jace Clark. But it's 3 wins for Sakura Ishibashi, the most of any driver in the season. 2 parts of the Triple Crown, Pocono and Fontana, out of the way for a driver who debuted in the 2016 Indy 500 and was involved in one of the more serious accidents of that race. What a story. Andrew Draco sweeps the Discipline Trophies, the Road Course Trophy, the Oval Cup, and the IndyCar World Title, while Sakura Ishibashi clinches the Triple Crown on points in a dramatic fashion by taking 2 of the 3 races on the Triple Crown. Natalia Kurachenko at Indianapolis clinched Rookie of the Year standings. So that's all of the awards for the 2020 AT&T Champ Car World Series season. What a season it's been. 20 races across 6 countries. It's been an absolutely incredible ride. So we'll sign off for the last time in 2020. On behalf of AT&T, Horizon Corporation, and the Champ Car World Series, this is Clayton Hardy, and we'll see you in 2021.